What's up, guys? Back again, another review. This time I'm doing something a little different. These are called meat chips. And found these at Sprouts and talked to a few people that have tried them already. And apparently you can buy them at other, I think, what's the new place here? One Stop Nutrition. It's sort of like a smoothie store. I guess they sell them too. So let's see. So in here, they're actually made in Tempe. So I'm curious to know if you guys can get this in other parts of the country. I'm in Tucson, which is about just 100 miles or so south of Tempe. So definitely the same location as where they're made. So I'm just curious to know if you guys have these, or you see them in your store. Check out Sprouts, or maybe Trader Joe's. I don't know. So anyways, let me break down the macros. So one bag at 360 calories, 17 grams of fat, carbs, 31 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 21 grams of protein. That's a lot for chips, I'll tell you that right now. So looking at the ingredients, alright, well, let me tell you the flavor. So this is nacho flavor dried chicken corn chips. So uses corn. Anyone that I train or I coach, I should say, knows I'm not a big fan of corn as a carb source. However, today is my high carb day, so I'm going to give these a try. And since I'll be resetting my cut in a week and a half or so, now would be the time to have these. Alright, so I believe I paid, I want to say $3 or so, maybe cheaper, I'm not sure. May have been $2. But never had this before. Picture of it on the back looks like some Doritos. And pretty good amount of weight here. I mean, one bag is 74 grams, so not bad. And 21 grams of that, 21 grams of 74 grams is protein. So that's a lot. That's pretty good. Now, what's not so macro friendly, obviously, is the fat is really high, 17 grams. I had some baked Lays yesterday, and those were only 3 grams. Granted, they had no protein in it. And they are potatoes, so a little bit better carb source than corn. So anyways, let's give this a try. And I think they have 2 other flavors. One was like the Cool Ranch, and I can't remember the other one. So open these suckers up. Doesn't smell too smells like regular chips. Don't smell like regular tortilla chips. Don't smell like or corn chips, I should say. Don't smell like Doritos or anything like that. You can see here inside the bag. Definitely high in sodium too. This has 330 milligrams of sodium, which is about 14% intake. So if you're watching your water weight, this might not be a good thing to have. Vitamins, really nothing in here, guys. So mainly you're getting this for the protein and carbs. So this would be fairly decent to have on a high carb day as a snack, or even maybe like a pre-workout snack. I wouldn't recommend it so much for a post-workout snacks because the corn in here is not as quickly digested as other things you could have. Pretty good amount of fiber, 6 grams of fiber. So let's take out the chip. They're definitely not that big. You see that? Definitely a lot smaller than like Doritos. Let's give it a taste. One more try. Honestly, not bad. It doesn't have that cheddar taste like Doritos have. I guess I was kind of expecting that in my head, tasting more like Doritos, but it's kind of a weird flavor to it. Aftertaste is kind of crappy, to be honest with you guys. And the flavor again is nacho flavored dried chicken corn chips. It's kind of hard to describe. It doesn't taste like you would think chicken nachos, you know, would taste. I guess the best way I can describe it is if you ever had chicken broth and you had a regular tortilla chip and you dipped it in the chicken broth and you ate it. That's the taste. That's the best way I can describe it. So, the scale 1 through 10, I'm giving them a taste. I give it about 5, alright? It's not the worst type of high protein snack I ever had. Definitely not the best. I think the baked Lay's stuff is pretty good. Baked Lay's baked Ruffles cheddar is pretty good, especially lower in fat. However, the amount of protein that's in here and the type of protein, let's see, I didn't read that. Let's see. Looks like the protein comes from, it says it has chicken in here, which is interesting somehow. Seasoning has whey, organic cheddar cheese. So my best guess is that looking at the ingredients, the protein's coming from however they put the chicken in here. Okay, see. So the chip himself, this chip right here, not the seasoning that's on it, but the actual chip, it's ground white corn with some lime, chicken. It looks like they cook it in sunflower oil. The seasoning, which is the powdery stuff on it, is whey, organic cheddar cheese, salt, non-fat milk, maltodextrin, other natural flavors, onion, yeast, and blah blah blah. So, you know, no artificial flavors, gluten-free, nut-free. So, you know, as far as on paper, again, minus the fat, this is a pretty good snack. Taste-wise, a 5. I ain't gonna lie. And you know, for me, and when I tell my clients, is that corn is not a good carb source. Plain and simple. Cereals made with corn. A lot of cereals made with corn. I tell people, you have cereal, have rice base. Chips have potato base. All right, granted, hopefully they're not fried, you're getting baked, and make it a little more leaner and healthy for you. So, if this taste was on point and the taste similar to sort of like Doritos, that number 5 would be way up to at least 8 or something like that, you know. But maybe there's other flavors I'm gonna try out and see. My opinion, this is really bland, and it's definitely high volume. But then again, the amount of fats in here, really for me and for my purpose, it may be okay for bulking. I think for cutting though, I probably won't have this again, or I wouldn't fit in my macros. I wouldn't go out the way to fit this in my macros, even on a high carb day when I'm cutting. So there's other things I would fit in there, like, you know, protein bars or even shake, a little more volume and a lot less fat, you know. So anyway, guys, if you guys find these, let me know where you guys found these at outside of Arizona, what stores, so I let other people know. And if you guys try them, if you guys have tried before, different flavor, let me know what flavor you think is the best. Leave a description down, or leave a comment in the comment section below. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, hit the subscribe button, and I'll check back with you guys later. Peace. So you're looking at essentially about 4 net carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 21 grams of protein. So high protein, pretty much low carb, and give it a try. So I got some water.